Hello everyone, today I finished object and this time is quite a big one, I would say. It's always something special for me. Full of mini hat. Now I love it so much. Be hard to give, but maybe I won't have to. I'm not sure. We shall see. Maybe I'll knit another one. Anyway, this is a full of mini hat. It is a bottom-up hat and knitted with 5-gram scraps, minis, leftovers, whichever you want to call it, but it has to be fingering weight, which is sometimes called sock weight yarn. And if you're interested how those bits look, in case you would want to have only 5 grams or you want to swap with your friends with 5 grams. So this is it. These are my leftovers. I actually made them 5 grams just in case to swap with someone. So that's how tiny they are. However, you can maybe find a subscription of minis if you want interested. These I got from a friend, but I presume it is from row 1. They take indidyes yarn and make it to 5 grams, and this is Frankenstein, I think. But you can also maybe make a jar like that from Eden Cottage yarn. I got it during one of the yarn festivals. As you can see, it's so pretty. I haven't even touched it. For me, it looks like sweets, so that's a little bit too pretty to touch. And just to show you, I use this beautiful bag with these creatures made by Diane from Canada. Check the link down below. So cute. The last but not least, there's also one more. Maybe I put over here a few examples of hats, full of mini hats knitted with that yarn. Basically the idea is to get a bag which is filled with 5-gram minis connected together. At the end you have a key to unlock the bag, because the bag has a lock. And it's brilliant, and the last year it was so popular because normally you knit full of these hats during December for an advent calendar yarn swap mini thing. So you can buy it yourself, you can collect it for the year, you can swap with your friends, and we do that starting from the 1st of December for 24 days. And because we have only 24 days in Advent, there's 24 minis in the pattern per set. But in this situation, I was knitting it in February because I think after the whole fumes and hats that I see in January, I just want to cast on a next one. So I'm giving myself a month off and I'm starting in February, because let's face it, I have loads of, you know, leftovers from friends. To knit this hat, I used 3mm needles, which is US size 2.5. So I have over here, I know I have other needles over here. I have 14 centimeters, which is 16 inches, and needles over here I has interchangeable. But over here you can notice a Knit Pro. I used 3mm to do the creases. They're sharp, rapid, very quick, but yeah, I would say do a magic loop, just in case. And the pattern tells you that after some numbers of folds, paid for pattern, so please don't share, yeah, you switch it to 3.5mm, which is US size, I think that's US size 3. So now, what else I can tell you? I added 3 folds in this hat. In the previous one on the screen, I added 2 folds, and that was during December. So you don't have to really stick with the advent calendar. You can always kind of go and put an extra few if you need to. But because the pattern is written down for the advent for only 24, I had to play with the gauge, and that's why I had to change the needle size, and I had to make sure there's enough. But obviously it's just one size hat. It will fit definitely a 6-year-old up, I would say, because I've tested it. And actually one of the, I think 7-year-old now has my hat. So I'm just saying, because it's so colorful. I would say you can spend the time organizing colors the way you want to when you have a big stash. If you have nieces, nephews, grandchildren, you can play with them so they have their own kind of colouring palette, and you will just follow it if they want a hat like this. So I would say it's pretty cool. And amazing feeling when you can actually use those little bits that you don't know what to do with. All those waving ends. In my first hat, this one, I was leaving them outside and I was waving them end to end, using those last bits also to use for pom-pom. But I figure out that's too much for me. So in the pattern, the second video that tells you how to pick up stitches shows you how I make a knot and how I hide those ends inside the fold, so you won't really, you know, I'm going to show you that in a second. Or maybe I'll show you now, because normally I tell you in a second. I'm not showing that at all. So in case if you're interested how the inside of the hat looks like, so this is it. And we have joining section over here. It looks like this. And you may notice I have a bow over here. So I made a pom-pom from different leftovers, basically little scraps that I have, like these, that I collect when I'm weaving ends and cutting. And on the screen you can see now the tutorial how to make a pom-pom using a scrap yarn. So I think that's it. Down below you have a link to Ravelry and Lovecraft, so you can find the pattern over there. On the screen now you can see one tutorial how to make this pom-pom, and maybe I'll pick a second one for you to watch. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and use hashtag #FullOfMeHat when you're knitting this hat, because I really want to see it. Maybe I'll put the link to the hashtag over there too, because you will see loads of lovely colours. Bye! And if I can recall, I only made 2 folds with my own leftovers. So, it's all you.